Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your final chapter for the year. So we are going to be talking about surface area today of three-dimensional objects. So let's get right to it. Three-dimensional shapes are called solid. When a solid is formed by polygons, a solid is called a polyhedron. The plane surfaces of a polyhedron are called faces. Okay, they're kind of like the outside sides. The segments joining the vertices of a polyhedron are called edges. Okay. I'm going to use this picture right here as an example. If you look at this quadrilateral on the outside, that is a face, like A, C, F, D. Meanwhile, CF, this line segment, is an edge. Okay. The two bases of a prism are congruent polygons. So here, you got three triangles on, like, are in the middle, but on top and on bottom, you see how they're parallel? That's what we're looking for. So the bases are parallel. The base of a pyramid is a polygon. So what we're looking for here is, I'm going to show you a quick sketch. Here's a parallelogram. Okay, I'm going to do my absolute best here, so bear with me. Okay, but basically what's going on here is you have a parallel bases. Okay, your face and your edges are all on the outside. So let's take a look at our practice. Write the number of faces, vertices, and edges of the polyhedron. All right, so faces. What I got here is I have 1, 2, 3 around back. You have to imagine it's a three-dimensional object. 4 is on top, 5 is on bottom, so 5 faces. Okay. Your vertices are the endpoints. So you're basically counting your letters. Okay. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, E, F, D, 4, 5, 6. So 6 vertices. And lastly, the edges are how many like line segments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, even if the edge is behind everything like a dashed line, it still counts. Okay. All right. Identify the shape of the cross section. Now, the cross section is, you'll notice this is a prism. Okay. And I have a parallelogram or a plane cutting through it. What's being formed in the middle is your cross section. So what shape is that? Well, simple enough. That's your circle. Okay. Meanwhile, over here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What shape has 5 sides? That's a pentagon. Okay. Cool. All right, this is one of your first big formulas. Again, we're looking at having a formula sheet for this test, so it's not something you have to memorize, but again, have to understand how to use it. Euler's formula: faces plus vertices equals edges plus 2. F plus V equals E plus 2. So what we're going to do is they're going to give you 2 out of these 3 things. So for example, a pyramid has 9 faces. 9 faces is your F, 9 vertices is your V. I'm going to plug it into this equation. Plug a 9 in for F, 9 in for V. 9 plus 9 equals E plus 2. And yes, it is this easy. 18 equals E plus 2. Subtract 2 over. E equals 16, so it's 16 edges. This formula is beautiful because I don't need a picture and I can still find out the missing side or the missing edge or the missing faces or vertices. Okay, 8 faces, 18 edges. So F, E, right now notice it's different. Okay, it's not always going to be the first 2. 8 goes in for F plus V equals 18 plus 2. 8 plus V equals 20. Subtract it over. V equals 12. And that's 12 vertices. Okay. A polyhedron has 15 edges and 7 vertices. How many faces does it have? Well, again, F plus V equals E plus 2. Here's your E, here's your V. So the F is alone. 7 goes in for vertices, 15 for E. Looking at 10 faces. Okay? Awesome. Moving right along. Okay, when we get to the back now, here's where we're getting to the heavy hitting stuff. Okay? Find the surface area of the prism. I am going to give you guys these formulas. So I don't want anybody to panic and be like, I have no idea how I'm going to memorize all this stuff. I'm going to give you all these formulas. Okay? So, the surface area of a prism is 2 times the area of a base plus perimeter of the base times height. So let's talk about two things. You have to understand what the area of the base is. The base is your parallel sides. So you see how here I have a triangle and a triangle. Okay? Let's find the area of that triangle. Well, the area of that triangle is 1/2 base times height. So 1/2 9 times 12. Here's your base, here's your height. A little bit of mental math. I don't want to take half of 9 because that's ugly, but half of 12 is 6. 6 times 9 is 54. Cool, got my area of my base. Okay? Now, I want to find perimeter of the base. If this is 15, what's this side also got to be? Well, 15. So the perimeter of my base is 9 plus 12 plus 15, or 21, 36. Okay? And lastly, my height. The height is the distance between your bases. So my height is 10. So now I'm going to plug everything right into my formula. Okay, so it's surface area equals 2, area of my base is 54, plus perimeter is 36, and my height is 10. Good old calculator work. Okay, so I'm going to come to my calculator, 2 parentheses 54, type it exactly as you see it, 36, 10, 468. Now, the thing about surface areas, it's still area, so it's 468 centimeters squared. Yes, that's important. Yes, I will be very particular on that. Okay? All right, here we go. Area of your base. Your base is the squared. So it's 6 times 6, 36. Okay, perimeter of your base. Well, this is square, so 4 times 6 is 24. If you're wondering where the 4 came from, it's just 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. I just condensed it down. And my height is 8. Okay, let's plug everything into my formula. 2 times my area of my base is 36, plus my perimeter is 24, my height is 8. Back to my calculator. I apologize, I'm going a little bit fast. I'm trying to get all these notes into one video for you guys. Okay. If I ever do go too fast, again, the luxury of these videos is that you can hit the pause button, you can replay them. Okay, so please feel free to do so if you need to see a step again. Okay? Awesome. All right, surface area of a cylinder. So, here we go. The surface area is 2 times area of the base plus circumference of base times height. It's the same thing except that the area of a circle is different and the perimeter of a circle is different. You're looking at pi r squared and 2 pi r. I actually think these are way easier. Okay, because I mean the only thing hard about these problems is what's the r? Here it's 5. Here it's not 8, but it's 4. Okay, so I'm going to actually just plug everything right into this formula. 2 pi, my r squared is 5 squared, plus 2 pi, my r is 5, my height is the other one between it, 2. Look how nice that is. This is actually way less work than the other one. I would like you guys to use the pi button on the calculator. I'll show you that in a minute. 2, it's second caret, okay, parentheses 5 squared, plus 2 pi times 5 times 2. Let's round the nearest hundredth, so 219.92. Oh, 0.91, my bad. Okay, yards squared. Cool. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to show that too quick. All right, 2 pi over here, part K. My radius is not 8. The only trick I can really throw at you, it's half of it, 4 squared, plus 2 pi, 4 times my height is 6. Basically, it's the only numbers that are there. I'm going to pull this up. By the way, you can always pull up the last equation by hitting the second enter sign. I'm going to scroll over here. I'm going to change the 5 to a 4, change my 5 to a 4, and my 2 to a 6. 251.33. Inches squared. Okay? Awesome. Almost done, guys. All right. A pyramid is a polyhedron in which the base is a polygon and the lateral faces are triangles with a common vertex. Okay? I know you guys have seen it before. You've heard about it probably in history class with the Egyptians, but it's actually, a geometric shape. A cone It has a circular base and a vertex that is not in the same plane as the base. Hopefully you guys all had an ice cream cone at one point, but just flipped upside down. And lastly, the height is from the base straight up, okay, of a pyramid or cone is the perpendicular distance from the vertex to the base, boom. And the slant height, now this is the weird one. Here's your height straight up and down. The slant height, we use like a lowercase letter L for it, okay, is this along the side, which is going to come into play real soon. Alrighty? So, here we go. On to our last thing. Find the slant height of the pyramid or the cone. Round your answer to the nearest whole number. Alright, so for this one, part L and M, the slant height is along the outside. Well, guess what kind of triangle is formed? Right triangle. Good old Pythagorean theorem. So a squared, here's your A, here's your B, here's your C. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 7 squared plus 12 squared equals C squared. 49 plus 144 equals C squared. Okay. 49 plus 144 gives me 193. Square root both sides. It does say round the nearest whole number, so 13.89 we're going to round up to, oops, sorry, that's kind of hard to see that one right there. It's going to be 14 centimeters. Okay? Awesome. Alright, last one here. Now, again, you got to be a little creative. I'm going to draw a line straight over, and I'm going to draw my slant height down. Is this distance 5? I just gave the answer away. Is this distance 10? No, it's going to be half of it, 5. My bad. So if I plug everything in, okay, we're looking at 5 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. 25 plus 64 equals C squared. 25 plus 64 is 89. Square root 89. 9.43, it says round the nearest whole number, so we're going to go with 9. And we're talking about meters. We're all good. Okay? Alright, once everybody is finished here, I'm going to try my best to make up another video for the last part here. But hopefully this video helps. And as always, good luck. We're all counting on you.